Instead of the usual Steam sale rundown, today I've put together a list of games that you can grab right now at a much lower price than on Steam. Don't forget to check the description down below. I've listed all the games, their sale prices, and direct links so you can grab them before the deals are gone. Robocop Rogue City is an immersive first-person action game that continues the narrative of the iconic Robocop franchise. Set between the events of Robocop 2 and Robocop 3, the game follows Robocop as he confronts corporate corruption, mercenaries, and rogue technologies threatening the future of Detroit. The story revolves around a deep conspiracy tied to the OCP Corporation's Project Afterlife, a resurrection program that leads to dangerous consequences. You'll be determined to uncover new threats, including rival robots and enhanced mercenaries, all while trying to maintain order in a crumbling city. Navigating dystopian Detroit, filled with neon lights and dark alleyways, will offer a mix of investigative elements and intense shootouts. The game's mechanics emphasize Robocop's tank-like movements, staying true to the original films, with sluggish, heavy steps that contrast with the fast-paced action typical of most first-person shooters. Dynamic shootouts offer various weapons, including the iconic Auto 9, along with an upgrade system that lets you customize Robocop's abilities. Doom Eternal is a high-octane first-person shooter that serves as the sequel to the 2016 Doom reboot. Players once again step into the boots of the Doomslayer, a legendary warrior on a mission to rid Earth of an overwhelming demonic invasion. Set against sprawling, otherworldly backdrops, the game takes players to hell-infested cities, ancient ruins, and alien landscapes. The game introduces several new mechanics to enhance the fast-paced combat. Players wield an expanded arsenal of devastating weapons, including classics like the Super Shotgun, now equipped with a meat hook attachment that functions as a grappling tool, offering new ways to traverse environments and close the gap between foes. The addition of the Doomblade arm-mounted weapon and the shoulder-mounted equipment launcher, capable of firing grenades, ice bombs, or flames, further adds to the Slayer's arsenal. The gameplay focuses on strategic and aggressive combat, where enemies drop resources like health, ammo, or armor based on how they're defeated. Players must balance their use of powerful melee tools like the chainsaw and the new Crucible Blade, alongside ranged weapons like the ballista and plasma rifle to survive. Killer Frequency throws you into a chilling late 80s horror radio show, where you take on the role of a radio host, managing calls during a night filled with terrifying encounters. As the dial spins between different callers trapped in a remote cabin, your task is to decipher clues, piece together the mystery, and guide those in danger through the night. The atmosphere is thick with suspense, mixing retro vibes and a suspenseful soundtrack that echoes the golden era of horror. The gameplay blends tense decision-making with audio puzzles and quick thinking. Every choice shapes the outcome, weaving a narrative full of twists, secrets, and a creeping sense of dread that builds steadily, pulling deeper into the story without ever losing that nostalgic, late-night horror show charm. In Saints Row 4, you are the President of the United States until Earth is invaded by aliens and you're thrown into a warped simulation of Steelport. But instead of following the script, you bend the system to your will and turn the digital prison into your personal battleground. Steelport feels completely new, drenched in alien influence and littered with simulation glitches. It's not just a city anymore, it's a distorted arena full of side activities, racing challenges, destruction trials, and fights that let your powers loose. The story runs wild through absurd and unpredictable missions. The game constantly shifts tone, refusing to take itself seriously, all while delivering memorable and heartfelt moments. In World War Z, you find yourself at the heart of a global pandemic, with cities overrun by hordes of zombies. Together with your team, you move through various episodes, each unfolding as a series of missions, packed with intense combat and tactical challenges. The gameplay is fast-paced and relentless. Waves of zombies keep coming, forcing you to constantly move, cover your teammates, and make use of the weapons at your disposal to survive. Every episode creates a sense of true chaos. Hordes attack from multiple directions at once, demanding a mix of quick reflexes and smart planning. The game also emphasizes different approaches. You can choose from classes with unique abilities, but the core excitement remains the same, battling massive hordes of zombies that close in from everywhere. The story takes you through diverse corners of the world, showing the impact of the pandemic and keeping you under constant pressure and threat. Ultimately, World War Z is a tense and energetic cooperative shooter, where the key is to move quickly, stay coordinated, and make the most of every opportunity to complete each episode. Every mission throws you into the heart of chaos, creating a continuous sense of high-stakes action. After waking from decades of cryogenic sleep, you find yourself in a world forever altered by nuclear devastation. The familiar has been replaced by a vast, unpredictable wasteland, where every ruin holds echoes of forgotten lives. The remnants of civilization cling to survival, their stories woven into the desolate landscape, where choices shape not only your path, but also the fragile futures of those still struggling to endure. Exploration becomes an unfolding journey through sprawling environments that challenge your instincts and adaptability. From crumbling towns to wild stretches of untamed terrain, every step reveals new mysteries and opportunities. The narrative unfolds through encounters that test convictions and invite reflection on humanity's resilience and the cost of rebuilding. The gameplay offers freedom to craft a unique approach, blending tactical shootouts with the chance to develop specialized skills and gear. Building and managing settlements adds a layer of purpose, transforming abandoned spaces into bastions of hope and community amid chaos. Hostile creatures and rival factions create tense, unpredictable moments, where survival depends on a balance of strategy and quick thinking. The atmosphere carries a persistent sense of weight and history, a reminder of what's been lost and what still might be reclaimed. Ravenswatch. In the realm of reverie, the nightmare, a malevolent force from the world of dreams, has begun to seep into reality, twisting legends and fables into grotesque versions of themselves. You are summoned to join the Ravenswatch, an assembly of legendary figures, each drawn from the depths of myth and folklore, now standing as the last bastion against the encroaching darkness. As a member of the Ravenswatch, you will traverse a world where time is both ally and adversary. Each cycle is divided into day and night phases, with the looming threat of the nightmare's influence growing stronger as the days wane. Your mission is to balance exploration and strategy within this limited time frame, making every decision critical. The gameplay takes place in a top-down roguelike format, where every run brings a new map, filled with tough challenges and a variety of enemies. The game's design encourages experimentation with different heroes, each possessing unique skills and playstyles, allowing you to tailor your approach to the evolving threats. Throughout your journey, you will meet characters from various tales who present side quests that delve deeper into the lore of Reverie. The narrative of Ravenswatch is one of resilience and unity, as you and your fellow heroes strive to stem the tide of nightmares threatening to engulf the world. Your choices and deliberate actions will shape the fate of Reverie, making each playthrough a unique and personal saga. Chivalry 2 is an immersive multiplayer medieval combat game, building on the success of its predecessor, Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Released in 2021, it brings epic cinematic battles to life with intense, fast-paced melee combat across massive 64-player battlefields. You will take part in brutal castle sieges, village raids, and all-out wars, featuring stunning moments like flaming arrows soaring through the sky, catapults wreaking terrain, and intense sword fights. The game's revamped combat system offers more fluid and engaging mechanics, allowing you to experiment with various fighting styles and tactics. The game features 4 distinct classes, each with its own arsenal of medieval weaponry. From swords and axes to crossbows and longbows, the choices are diverse and can be adapted to different playstyles. It also includes new voice lines and deep character customization, letting you fully immerse yourself in your role, whether you're a noble knight or a bloodthirsty marauder. With several expansive maps, you can join in large-scale battles with multiple objectives and fight for control of critical areas, all while experiencing the brutal but rewarding challenge of survival in the chaos of war. GTFO throws you straight into a forsaken underground complex, a place that looks like it's been abandoned and left to rot for ages. You're not a hero by choice, but a prisoner, forced into missions by a mysterious figure known only as the Warden. There are no explanations, no promise of salvation, only deeper descents into the dark to retrieve whatever he demands. And the further you go, the more it becomes clear. There are far more questions than answers, and no one intends to reveal the truth. You have to proceed with extreme caution. Around you stretch endless corridors filled with unsettling biomechanical creatures and the constant pressure of scarce supplies. One careless move is enough to awaken an entire horde. Every step must be calculated, every sound restrained, and survival depends on how well you and your team can coordinate. It's not just about shooting, it's about deciding who holds the line and who risks opening the next chamber. That shared tension turns every decision into a matter of survival. The deeper you descend, the heavier the atmosphere becomes, until you no longer know whether you're working toward freedom or forever stuck in an endless cycle with no way out. GTFO offers no sense of triumph, only brief respites before the next descent. It's a game where tension becomes second nature and the oppressive unknown keeps pulling you further, as the abyss itself refuses to let you go. Raziel was once a devoted lieutenant who dared to evolve beyond his master's permission. His transformation incites a brutal betrayal, plunging you into an abyss where agony dissolves both jaw and flesh. Yet, you are resurrected by an ancient, malevolent force intent on vengeance. Transformed into a spectral revenant, you become the embodiment of a longing for retribution, bound to wield a soul-devouring blade that merges with you in moments of clarity and full vigor. As you traverse a decaying realm split between living stone and shadowed spirit, you become acutely aware of dual realities. This shifting between realms becomes your lifeline, revealing hidden paths, unveiling cryptic puzzles, and disclosing secrets imperceptible in one form alone. You shift with purpose, uncovering relics of power that enhance your movement, sharpen your senses, and strengthen your spectral might. Your pursuit of Kain drags you deeper into labyrinthine ruins and crumbling spires, each step entwined with moral ambiguity and haunting echoes of what was lost. Your blade, when manifest, sustains you, but losing it in battle leaves your form vulnerable to erosion, forcing each confrontation to be a calculated gambit between aggression and survival. Combat is raw and visceral, blending frenzied blade strikes with bursts of ethereal energy, demanding precision and adaptability. Beyond mere vengeance, your odyssey becomes an unraveling of fate itself. The strands of time and destiny weave through your journey, compelling you to confront ancient manipulations and hidden truths within your own soul. Hotline Miami Wrong Number continues the story from the first game, but it's way more twisted. This time, there won't be a single hero. Some are writing a book, delving into past events, while others are copying the main character's actions from the first game for fame. It all comes together like a puzzle, where the line between reality and delusion slowly fades. The gameplay feels familiar. Top-down view, fast and brutal action. You burst into rooms, take whatever weapon you can find, and instantly choose how to use it. Each character has their own unique abilities, so your approach to situations will constantly change. And the twisted story perfectly complements the action. By the end, you realize that no one walks away unscathed, and every character understands that all this violence only leads to even more violence. In Have a Nice Death, you step into the role of Death, the overworked CEO of Death Incorporated, where the afterlife's bureaucracy has spiraled out of control. Your subordinates, the Sorrows, have been excessively diligent in their soul-harvesting duties, leading to a backlog that's thrown your vacation plans into disarray. Armed with your trusty scythe and an array of other weapons and spells, it's up to you to restore order across the procedurally generated departments of your company. The game offers fast-paced hack-and-slash action, requiring you to master various combat techniques to overcome a diverse cast of enemies and formidable bosses. Each run presents new challenges and opportunities, with performance reviews after every attempt, unlocking upgrades and items to aid your progress. However, be cautious with power-ups. While they can enhance your abilities, they might also empower your subordinates or increase the cost of essential items like coffee. Visually, the game boasts a darkly charming, hand-drawn art style that brings the underworld to life. The humor is as sharp as your scythe, with witty dialogue and quirky characters adding levity to your grim tasks. It's a game that combines challenging combat with a satirical take on corporate culture, making the afterlife feel like a never-ending workday. Metal Hellsinger is a rhythm-based first-person shooter that combines intense combat with heavy metal music. You play as the Unknown, a character on a mission to reclaim her stolen voice by ascending through the fiery realms of hell. The gameplay focuses on synchronized shooting and combat, where your actions align with the beat of the music to enhance damage and build multipliers. As your fury meter increases, the music intensifies, adding more instruments and amplifying the experience. The game offers a variety of weapons, such as shotguns, rifles, and swords, allowing you to customize your approach to combat. You'll face off against demonic enemies in different hellish environments, with each realm culminating in a tough boss fight. Age of Mythology Retold is a real-time strategy game that revitalizes the classic Age of Mythology with modern enhancements. The game transports players to a mythical era where gods, monsters, and humans collide. You can choose from Greek, Norse, Egyptian, and Atlantean pantheons, each offering unique benefits and characteristics. The gameplay involves building empires, gathering resources, managing units, and engaging in strategic combat. A significant feature is the ability to call upon divine powers to summon legendary creatures and cast spells against adversaries. Retold features a comprehensive visual overhaul, utilizing the engine from Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. All units and animations have been completely redone, resulting in detailed and vibrant graphics. Gameplay improvements include rebalanced units and mechanics, multi-use god powers with cooldowns, and increased population limit. New campaigns, such as The New Atlantis, expand upon the original storyline, offering you additional content and even more challenges. Cult of the Lamb casts you in the role of a possessed lamb, saved from annihilation by an ominous stranger, and must repay their debt by building a loyal following in his name. Start your own cult in a land of false prophets, venturing out into diverse and mysterious regions to build a loyal community of woodland followers and spread your word to become the one true cult. Collect and use resources to build new structures, perform dark rituals to appease the gods, and give sermons to reinforce the faith of your flock. Explore a sprawling, randomly generated world. Fight off hordes of enemies and defeat rival cult leaders in order to absorb their power and assert your cult's dominance. Train your flock and embark on a quest to explore and discover the secrets of 4 mysterious regions. Spread enlightenment and perform mystical rituals on the journey to become the mighty Lamb God. Inscryption is a distinctive blend of roguelike deck building, escape room puzzles, and psychological horror. The game has been lauded for its originality, card battle mechanics, and captivating narrative. Players find themselves in a dark cabin, compelled to play a card game against a mysterious opponent. The gameplay involves placing wildlife-themed cards on a board, where they automatically engage opposing cards or directly attack the adversary. Success requires strategic sacrifices, as certain cards necessitate the forfeiture of others to be played. This card game is intertwined with escape room elements, allowing players to explore the cabin and uncover hidden secrets that influence the card game and the overarching narrative. The game's atmosphere is intentionally eerie and oppressive, enhanced by its low-fidelity, retro-inspired visuals and unsettling audio design. This creates a sense of unease that permeates the experience, making each discovery and encounter feel significant and haunting. Dredge is a captivating single-player adventure game. In this title, you take on the role of a fisherman, exploring a mysterious archipelago, dredging the seabed for valuable items while uncovering dark secrets. Set in an atmospheric world filled with unsettling and mutant sea creatures, Dredge blends elements of fishing with exploration and psychological horror. As you venture deeper into the waters, you must manage your boat, upgrade it, and maintain a balance between collecting resources and surviving the increasingly ominous surroundings. The game's narrative builds around uncovering the mystery behind these strange waters and the supernatural occurrences that plague the region. Dredge uses fog as a key atmospheric tool, creating a tense and sinister sense of isolation. especially during night cycles where visibility is limited. The more you dredge, the more you encounter with horrific sea monsters and distortions, making the game progression difficult and disturbing. In Blood West, you awaken as an undead gunslinger in a cursed frontier, seeking to lift the malevolent spell that binds your soul. This first-person shooter intricately weaves stealth mechanics with survival horror elements, inviting you to traverse treacherous terrains, each teeming with grotesque creatures and supernatural threats. The game emphasizes a meticulous approach. Observe your surroundings, plan your moves, and decide between silently dispatching foes or confronting them head-on. A diverse arsenal is at your disposal, from traditional firearms like revolvers and shotguns to melee weapons and bows, catering to various playstyles. Resource management is crucial. Scavenging for supplies and uncovering hidden treasures can significantly impact your journey. The RPG-like progression system allows for character customization through trait-based upgrades, enabling you to tailor your abilities to your preferred style of play. The non-linear design ensures that exploration and decision-making are rewarded, offering multiple pathways and secrets to uncover. Sworn. In a fallen kingdom where magic and knightly honor intertwine with the shadow of betrayal, you find yourself at the very heart of the storm. Once majestic, Camelot has fallen under the weight of tyranny, its corrupted ruler twisted by a dark force and ruling with an iron fist. The Knights of the Round Table, once symbols of virtue, now serve only as instruments of evil. You are among the few who dare to stand against this nightmare. Together with allies, you venture into ravaged lands where danger lurks at every turn. Your actions are not just battles against foes, but an attempt to restore lost honor and justice. The fights ahead are brutal and demand skill. Every choice, from your weapons to mystical blessings, shapes the outcome of combat. You may also forge alliances with ancient fae who will grant you their power. But beware, because such gifts come at a cost. Yet the challenge is more than just mechanics. You confront those who were once your heroes, now twisted into monsters. Your goal is clear: to shatter tyranny, free Camelot, and rid it of the evil forces that have consumed this place. Everything has meaning, and every battle brings you closer to restoring light, to a kingdom shrouded in darkness. Blair Witch. Set in 1996, 2 years after the original film's events, the story follows Ellis Lynch, a former police officer and war veteran, as he joins a search party in the Black Hills Forest near Burkittsville, Maryland, to find a missing boy named Peter Shannon. Accompanied by his loyal dog, Ellis navigates the dense forest, confronting his troubled past and the unsettling mysteries of the forest. The gameplay combines survival horror with psychological elements presented from a first-person viewpoint. The bond between Ellis and Bullet influences the narrative's progression, leading to multiple possible endings based on your choices. ASKA is a survival and colony simulation game set in a procedurally generated world, blending elements of Viking culture and resource management. It challenges you to rebuild a Viking tribe after surviving Wrath of the Gods. You begin with minimal resources on a remote island, where your main survival priorities are managing hunger, thirst, temperature, and health while facing dynamic weather and changing seasons. As you progress, you expand your base into a thriving village, utilizing NPC villagers who have their own needs, jobs, and skills. These villagers help gather resources, construct buildings, and defend against wildlife and mythical threats. The game features deep interaction with your community, where villagers won't respawn if they die, making it crucial to protect them. Additionally, villagers contribute to the development of your settlement, including crafting workshops, farms, and defense structures. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. If you'd like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.